Hi, and welcome to Cuisine Critiques. This critique is going to be different. It's going to be a different one. For the first time, you're going to get two critiques of the same restaurant. Both Sarisa Pleasant and I have went to the same restaurant 2 different times, um, and we're going to give you a critique of that restaurant. So, without further ado, and because she's the more eloquent of the two of us, um, let's give you a critique of the original Pancake House located in White Marsh, Maryland.
Good day, family and friends. It is my pleasure to give you all my foodie critique of the original Pancake House at White Marsh Mall. Now, my husband and I was interested in trying a new breakfast location, and for me, I personally like to try at least a different restaurant at least once. And so I did a Google search, and the original Pancake House at White Marsh Mall came up. And so we said, okay, let's head over there to the mall. It's close by, it's convenient. And so we drove over. And when we got there, my first impression was shocking. Our host was a young man who was dressed in a skull hat, a puffer jacket with a hoodie underneath, and some sweats, some sneakers, and he had no name tag to identify that he worked at the restaurant. And so that puzzled me a lot. So what he showed, he wasn't at the hostess booth when we got there, but he came out and he did show us to our booth. We sat down, and I just took me a minute to process that that greeting. And so we looked at the menu, and we saw that the prices was really reasonable. You could get a good entree for maybe like $15. So that wasn't bad. So that was good. And so I noticed that the utensils were served, actually they were presented in this white holder. And so instead of a napkin, they just put it in this holder. So I haven't seen that in quite a while. And we both decided to order some type of iced tea. Now, I ordered the sweet tea with the lemon. And as you can see from the picture, the lemon was a little bruised. So I took that lemon out, and I kindly asked the waitress if she could bring out more lemon. Now, my husband ordered the homemade blue raspberry lemonade. And I tasted both, and both was a little sweet. I did have to cut it with some water. Now, my husband, and he drank his, he liked his. He even the waitress even gave him a refill, but I knew one was plenty for me. And so I ordered the gluten-friendly pancakes. And for those who don't know, I have discovered that I have a gluten intolerance, and so I cannot do any food products that has wheat in it. So I was glad to see that they had gluten-friendly option. And so I wanted to try the pancakes with the Georgia pecans on top. And I could say it was really good. The syrup was maple syrup, and it was delicious. Really, really good. And with that, it came with 2 eggs, the shredded potatoes, and the 2 pieces of bacon. Everything was good. Now, my husband ordered the crepe. He ordered a fresh spinach crepe, but it was supposed to come with mushrooms and onions, but that did not come with it. So the waitress did not charge us for my upcharge for my pecans. So that was good. So my husband ate it. He didn't say anything to after he ate the whole entire meal, but we still felt the need to just mention it to the waitress. So she apologized, and she just took off that upcharge. Now, she did give me the regular potatoes because I did not necessarily care for shredded potatoes, but she did bring out a plate of the regular wedge cut potatoes, and it was good. I could say that it could use a little bit more seasoning, but it was okay. And the grits was not on the menu. So my husband asked about it, and the waitress said, "Oh yes, we have grits." So we said, okay, we'll bring that. She did say it was enough for the both of us, and she wasn't kidding. It was a lot of grits in this in this holder here. So we couldn't eat it all, so we ended up taking most of it home. But all in all, I think this restaurant is pretty good if you're looking for somewhere just to stop and eat breakfast. If you're going to the mall just to do some early shopping, I would say on a scale of 10 that this restaurant would be a 7. But overall, after I got all over the shock of the hostess seating guests as if he just came off the streets and he just came and just started working. So I would really highly recommend that the restaurant do a little better with who they present in front of the cut. The first impressions mean a lot. And so, but other than that, I think the restaurant is good. I'm glad we had opportunity to try somewhere new. And that concludes my foodie restaurant critique. Thank you and have a great day.
Thanks, Sarisa. Like Sarisa said, I also attended the White Marsh location. I should point out that it is a small franchise. To my knowledge, there are 3 locations, 2 in this area, one on Boston Street, and the other is in Annapolis. But I went there for a breakfast meeting. I had not known that it was there. It was suggested, and we went there for the breakfast meeting. They were accommodating. We had a nice waitress. I must apologize. I don't remember her name, but I knew her to be very personable and not overbearing, but there when you needed her. One thing that I noticed is the menu, like Sarisa said, they have a menu. It is not so much extensive, but it is a menu, of course, based on pancakes and the like. And I opted to get the short stack, which was 3 pancakes. And like Sarisa said, it was a cheat day for me. As you know, I've been doing well on my Fit for Life program. So this was a cheat day for me, and I asked if they had grits. So I think Antoine asked if they had grits, and they definitely had grits. And they bought out a large container of grits, and I'm not one of those sugar people, but I do mix my eggs with my grits. So I had that, and again, it was very filling. The pancakes were very good. Short stack is 3 here at this location, or at the location. I opted, I think, for tea, which I've been doing instead of coffee lately. For the scrapple lovers, I think it was Antoine or one of the guys ordered scrapple. For scrapple lovers, I didn't get any. I definitely wanted some, I'll admit to that, but I did not get any scrapple. But maybe on another cheat day, who knows. But it was a good breakfast. The company was good. The meeting was good. But it was a good breakfast all around. Like Sarisa said, I would probably give it a 7 as well, if we're rating them on that basis, but I would probably give it a 7. The location is not bad. Parking is great because it's right at White Marsh Mall. I think they did some renovations, but it had a IHOP feel, but the food was good. So I definitely say a 7 or 8 with the food. They could probably do a little bit more work inside, and for all I know, they hadn't completed the work. But like Sarisa said, if you are looking for a new place outside, if you're a pancake lover and outside of the IHOP vein, I would definitely give the original Pancake House in White Marsh a try. I must admit, I heard about the one on Boston Street, and at some point I will probably go down to try that one. Not so much the Annapolis, unless I'm in the area. So this was our critique on the original Pancake House. If you get a chance to try it, it won't disappoint you. This is Anthony Spencer signing off from Cuisine Critique. go out and get something good to eat.